Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use this terminal here. So now I get this wire to fit into this little small hole right here. So you have to just shove it in and lose a few wires, or we just cut off the excess wires. It's a ground wire, so you don't need to have all of them in there to make it work. Just some of them. So I'm going to go ahead and try shaving a few of them off here with my wire strippers here. See if we can't lose a couple of them here. Sure makes a big mess. There's a couple dropping away finally. There's about half a dozen that fell off. We've got a lot smaller. Still a tight squeeze though. I think it's a little bit too big. A little bit big on the sides going in there, but alright. So I got a jam in there pretty good. So I got it going over the insulation a little bit right there and coming through the hole there, so should be on there decently. I'm going to try to crimp it. These are the excess wires we don't need. A few of them there. Okay, so crimpers. So all I got is my regular crimpers, which are a little bit on the small side for big ass stuff, but for this one here should be big enough. We'll use the big one over here for doing it. Looks like it'll just make it. So give it a good squeeze. Okay, so that's on there really good, it looks like. It's not coming off. So a good crimper will squeeze on the outside there and then puts the titty up on the inside. Gives a really good squeeze. That's why I use these really good pliers. That's how they work. You encapsulate the wire on one side and squeeze the piss out of it on the other side. Alright, so that'll give us our ground, and obviously these two here are going to be hots. So we got hot 1 and hot 2. Black's going to be hot 1. Okay, I'm going to have to put a hole over there in the panel box to install one of these. So this is the 1-inch size. And it looks like it is, that would be the smaller of the two. The trick is to only knock out one hole. See if I can break it with this. Can go. Lots of slow hits, it only breaks where I want it to. You couldn't even see any of that, could you? So using a ball peen here to break it up. Go like that. Just hitting the center. Once it starts to bend up, you go back and forth a couple times. It'll come out. There you go, silver dollar. Should be the right size, hopefully. Hey, it fits. Amazing. Alright, get wires in the way. Everything's in the way. So if you put the nut down flat and rotate this way, even with these crappy starting threads, it'll start halfway decently. Try just to spin it on, usually it cross threads on, you don't go. It should spin freely. If it doesn't, you're cross threading. Shouldn't bring any channel locks with me, so we'll just use a screwdriver. tight enough. Wires in the front, kind of. Alright. This side goes in. Rotate it like that, it works better. Yeah, not really. That it works better. Get the natural rotation of the cord. If you don't fight it, things go easier. Alright, so it's going to go up through here. Probably a good shot of my back. If you can't put your finger through the hole, you probably can't put the cable in there either. Not quite. Alright, finger goes in. Finger's a little bit bigger than the cord, so that's pretty close. Over there a little further. Maybe you can see what I'm doing. Alright, jam this up in here. That's a tight squeeze. Alright. I'm going to try to get this white wire to go in there and get that screw in there. There's absolutely no room to do this. So let's see if we can figure out how we're going to do that. Okay, it needs to be back in that area there. Twist so you're not fighting it when you're putting it in. Use the wire as a holding tool. Put a little angle on it so it'll stay put. Could put a little grease on there if you wanted to really make a big mess. I don't want to make a big mess. Of course I can't see a damn thing. Kind of see where I gotta go. Yeah. Lots of stuff in the way. A little bit better. The angle kind of where it holds it now, better. Use a screwdriver to line it and push it in. If you're lucky, you'll get it. Okay, now the wire's fighting me now, it's too short. Get down there. Kind of right in that area. There we go. That's tight. Yeah, you didn't think I'd get that in there, did you? There you go. It's in there. She's good and tight. Looks like I got the cable pre-bent, so it'll just fall. All I have to do is push it straight in. Otherwise, you'd really be fighting it hard. Okay, so this here is our ground, so get it out of the way. Okay, now these two here are going to go up to here. Okay, I'll push this in a little further. There we go. Make sure you got extra wire inside your box. Okay, I'm going to tighten it down so it'll stay put. Now I got to figure out where the wire is going to go after that. Try to tighten the screws about equally, about 3 or 4 turns each side. They're pretty tight. I think that'll work. So now I got to try to figure out how I'm going to get the wires to go up to here. Okay, so there's a red wire and a non-red wire. So is the one without the red mean it's black, and that means that's red? Red should be number 2. Black should be number 1. I'm going to say that's probably how it is. Just by guessing. I don't know. All I know is I got a black and a green, so. And somehow I'm going to have to jam those all into this hole in here and make room. So how do we got to do that? I don't know. Bend that in like that. Okay, there's a big cover here, so the whole front of this is wide open. So the wires can be out here in the front like this and not hurt anything. So I'm going to just bend these a little bit to get them out of the way a little bit. So we're going to have to go up a little bit. Not sure we're going to do that, but it's hard-ass wire. This is a real flexible wire here. This is multi-stranded wire, so it has a lot of carrying, a lot of amperage capacity without getting hot, versus solid thick-ass wire that doesn't work very well, but it's a lot cheaper. Okay, so go ahead and unscrew this one. That's as far as that goes. We're hoping that goes inside that hole. It's already looking like it's going to be a little tight in there. That's all we got. Don't think there's going to be much room in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take out this black wire here. I'll get this one in here, tighten it up, squeeze it down, and I'll put the other one in there. Add some cheap ass wire there. Try to make room for it. See, it's really thick wire. See how thick it is? Real cheap crap. It's house wire. This is good wire. Okay, gonna both them together, drop them together. Hopefully they'll go down. Looks like it went down. See if we've got room on the side for this one. In between the two, maybe. Pair of pliers. Jam it in there. Oh, it went in. Okay. I'll hold everything down and tighten the screw. Hope for the best. Screw's tight. Yeah, it's tight. It didn't go down very far. It's pretty tight. It's pretty much loaded up in there. There's not a lot of room in there for more stuff. I was able to jam this wire in between the two on the side because you got two round pieces together. That means figure 8 shape. That means you got a low spot in the middle. That's where I jammed it in at. Okay, this one here. Where's this red one? I guess that's on the back side or something. Okay, this one should just be one wire going to this one. It should be a little bit easier going in here. Damn screws. Jeez. Twisting the whole socket. I'm gonna break that if I don't support it. Try to support it. Let's see, support it and unscrew it. Damn, that was tight. Break that damn post off if you're not careful. Okay. Same deal. Thing came out. Okay. Jam it in there. Do the same trick with the pliers. Problem is, the green wire is half out already. It's not going to work. You're barely even catching on any of it. Need some more length. There we go. More length. Screw is bad, screwdriver ain't much better. It's tight. Much better. I had to jam it behind the back of the black wire to get it in there. So it's in there pretty good now. Alright, these two here, just going to tuck them up in there a little bit. Should be fine like that. Clearance there at the cover, should be fine. Alright, it's all buttoned up down there. Looks good. I think I can live with that. It might even work. Okay, buttoned up. Good as new. Yeah, I got some extra wire here. Okay, we're 3/4 done. One wire in all the way is half, and half of this wire is the other half, right? Nah, not really. Still got all that to do in there yet. Yeah, 80% done. How's that? Okay, so now I got to run this wire across underneath in here. Get there on the other side where it needs to go. I need at least 8 foot. I got 13 feet here. I put a foot on each side, so that's down to 11 foot. That should be enough to get over there. Now, need to get this out of the way. Let's see, how am I going to do that? Let's see, we got to work with back here. Across the airline. extra length I got here to deal with. It'd be nice to go up and around. I don't think we have that option right now. Get across that hose there. Okay. There we go. Nice loop in there, so don't worry about catching anything. It's laying on top of the hose over there, so it's not on the ground. I don't like having wires on the ground. That one is, but it won't be there long. Alright, I gotta get underneath here and play inside here. Get under here and root it through the rest of the way. Okay, where's this thing going through at? Looks like I got lots of wire to play with. So if I come across here, like this, that'll protect it like I did the other one. There we go. Nice loop over there. Out of the way. Pull it up a little bit. There we go. Alright. We can play with an extra length if we want. Okay. This goes across here like the last one. Try not to break anything, obviously. Scoot across the top there, buddy. You don't want to go over the top. Lack of room. Okay, there we go. Oh, we got that cord over here on this side. Forgot about that. Run across the back side. Harley bolts are getting in the way again. Here we go. Okay, where are we at now? There we go. Alright, we got just enough to come back up into our box here. Got a nice hole right here I can come in through. Boom. Right next to this other one. I'm not sure where all these are going to go to. I don't know if I hook them into this side or on the other side. There's supposed to be some more, which I can't see in. It's kind of vague on the instruction how things are done. I think we're supposed to be on this other side over here though. You can't see. Me too. Can't feel what's going on. I don't feel the lugs on top. There's a couple of screws over there, but yeah, I can't see in there. I can feel these things like this, and I feel a couple of screws sticking up, but I don't feel a big block like that. Or these little blocks. So, all right, let's go get a mirror or something. Try to see where these are supposed to go, and look through the instructions some more. One thing is for sure is I'm not turning this thing around very easily. And looks like there's a grounding post right there. That's probably a ground right there, I bet. All right, we'll be back.